Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for attending. For those of you who don't know me, my name is James Bunnell. I am the Director of Parks and Recreation for the City of Fitchburg. I've had... no need to clap for me. I'd like to just take a moment real quick to thank you all so much for coming today to join us for this incredibly special ceremony. Especially Mayor Squalia, city councilors, parks commissioners, and everyone from the Ron Bouchard community and the community of Fitchburg that came out today for this literal monumental occasion. An event of this magnitude does not happen without a dedicated village. I'd like to extend my deepest, most sincere thanks to many people who made this possible today. First and foremost, to Paula Bouchard and the entire Bouchard family, and everyone at the RB Racing Charity. Thank you very much for your trust, your vision, and your incredible generosity to our community. To Meredith Bergman, our phenomenal artist, thank you for pouring your immense talent into a piece that will inspire generations to come. To Jim DeRosia, it's been an absolute pleasure coordinating and working alongside you through this entire process. Your partnership has made this journey very fun, exciting, and seamless. I also want to give a massive and heartfelt thank you to the incredible park staff that work for the city. The guys worked tirelessly installing the Storywalk and getting Coolidge Park absolutely pristine for today's event. It was no easy task, and they literally put everything they had ensuring the parks remain a beautiful place for the community to enjoy. Please give them a big round of applause. When you look back at the history of Fitchburg, we are a city built on the shoulders of giants. When you think of legendary figures who have come from this community, names like George R. Wallace, Elva Crocker, Arthur Longsjoe, Pat Morin, just to name a few. They've all been immortalized with a permanent fixture in our city. Ron Bouchard is right up there with them. Like the icons before him, Ron was a champion who never forgot where he came from. He spent his life giving back, lifting others up, and working to make Fitchburg a better place for everybody. And now, just like those other great names, Ron Bouchard is officially being immortalized right here in the heart of the community he loved. Thank you all once again for being here today, for honoring Ron's incredible legacy, and for making this day so unforgettable. I'd like to ask Jim, where are you? DeRosia, come on down.
Hello, everyone. For a 90-degree day, this isn't so bad, right? A little cloud cover, a little wind, low humidity. You know when people die and you wonder how people that don't know the person who died, they go on with their everyday lives. Your world stops when you lose a loved one, but the world continues. Anyone ever feel that before? And then you wonder, is anyone ever going to remember him? Or her, or them, or they. And a decade has gone by since we lost Ronnie. Well, if today is any testament, he is certainly not forgotten and loved by many, adored by many, and now thanks to this project, he'll never be forgotten, ever. I am so proud to be connected to this project, and it was my way of giving something back to my role model. Ronnie inspired me when I was a kid, and I didn't know him as a kid. I grew up in West Fitchburg, first 5, 6, 8 years of my life on Temple Street, and I didn't have a positive role model around me. I had no hope for me. I had no hope that I could have a future. I have 5 siblings. 2 of them are here today, Tom and Darlene. Thank you for coming. And we grew up in a really challenging environment with violence and alcohol and poverty, and we did not have hope. And then we saw this guy named Ron Bouchard from Fitchburg, Massachusetts, winning races, and he started to change the belief system in my head. I started to think, wait a minute, if he's from Fitchburg and he can achieve cool goals, then maybe, just maybe I can too. So I started to go after my own goals. And I'll never forget to this day, sitting on the floor, 1981, August, and I'm watching the Talladega 500, and that car right there was in third place on the final lap, coming out of the final turn of the final lap at close to 200 miles an hour, and he dives down and passes two cars to cross the finish line side by side by side. And I'll never forget when the announcer said, Ron Bouchard from Fitchburg, Massachusetts wins the Talladega 500. I still have goosebumps just saying it out loud. It was the first time that my neurologistic system was being challenged, that I saw something that was challenging what I believed, what was around me in my environment at the time. So that's why I'm so proud to be a part of this, is to give back to that guy that gave me some hope and gave me some inspiration. When you see this statue unveiled, we had two objectives. Paula came to me and said, me, my family, we've got this idea, maybe we could put a statue at the dealership. And I said, nah. Let's not hide it at the dealership. Let's put it in the biggest park in Fitchburg, right? So we went to Fitchburg, and I spoke with Commissioner McGrath and James Bunnell, and I said, this is what we want to do. And they said, well, I don't know about a statue, maybe. That sounds like a cool idea. What we're trying to do is a story walk. So do you have anything for a story walk? And I was like, I have a great idea. I wrote a book called From Impossible, and it was about how Ronnie influenced my life. He inspired me. When Ronnie died, I didn't know the Bouchards. I only knew him as a kid in the stands watching him race. So when he died, I had no one to mourn with, so I wrote my reflection of how he inspired me as a kid. I went after the funeral to the dealership, and I saw Paula and Chad, and I shared my reflection with them, and we all agreed it would make a good children's book. So I said, do you want me to make it a children's book? I said, sure. So we made it a children's book, and every dime from every copy has gone back to the RB Racing charity to fight cancer and to provide positive youth activities for our community's youth. So when we were able to not only produce that book and Ronnie's legacy and have a story walk all be a part of this project, Mayor Sam Squalia loved the idea, and she said, I can't say it in the Sam accent though. She said, wait, let me get this straight. She said, guy from Fitchburg grows up, wins races, succeeds, inspires a kid from Fitchburg who grows up and does all right. Yeah, we want to do this. And she was 100% on board from the get-go, and then got us in front of the city council. And I've never seen a group of people just immediately embrace a project and say, this is right. This is a cool thing to do. And we're going to have an impact to future generations of not only Fitchburg kids, but all the kids that come to this awesome park. It is the busiest park in the city of Fitchburg, and there's tournaments here every weekend, and you have people from all different cities and towns coming. So was Ron Bouchard forgotten a decade later? Hell no. I mean, take a look at this crowd. And now he's never going to be forgotten forever, and he's going to continue the legacy to inspire kids for generations to come. There's two objectives to this statue. Number one is to memorialize a great car racer, man, family man, business person, community member. Sure, we're going to memorialize him. There's another objective. When we unveil the statue, I don't want you to expect to see an exact replica of Ronnie. It's not like looking at a photograph. There's two objectives. One is to memorialize him forever. We did that. Number two objective is we want all of you to see yourselves in the statue. Every single one of us have the power to inspire, to motivate, and to help make a positive impact on the lives of our children. The little boy in the statue is not me. It's all the kids out there right now that maybe they need some hope, they need some inspiration. And that Ronnie, the race car driver on this, yes, it's Ronnie, but it's also you. You do have the power to make a positive impact in the lives of others. So I want you to see yourself. Don't expect just to see Ronnie. I want you to see yourselves as well. Meredith, you nailed it. I'm so proud of you and so happy to have you as our artist right here from Acton, Massachusetts. Thank you very much. And now I'd like Paula Bouchard to come up with her remarks. Paula.
Well, Jim, I gotta read. I can't do it right out. I want to thank every one of you for coming today. Now I want you to look up to the sky, and you could all see Ronnie looking down with a big smile on his face. Today is truly a special day for our family. Seeing Ronnie honored here in his hometown is both humbling and deeply meaningful. The statue represents not only his achievements, but also the values, hard work, and community spirit that shaped him right here in Fitchburg. He would be deeply honored by this recognition and grateful that the town he loves so much remembers him in such a special way. We are grateful for this recognition and for everyone who helped make this tribute possible. Thank you for keeping his memory alive in the town he always called home. Thank you.
And now if I can have Paula, sorry I made you walk all the way back there, back up here with Meredith and other members of the Bouchard family who were involved in this project. Please come on up. We're about to do the unveiling. James Burnell, Commissioner McGrath, Mayor Sam Squalia, please join us. All right, Paul, if you want to grab a hold of that. We're going to need your help to count down from 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Artist remarks. Thank you for joining us today. Jim and Paula have done a wonderful job of evoking the man to whom this monument is dedicated. I want to talk for a moment about the other aspect of monuments, which is what they can symbolize. Sometimes, if we're very lucky, we get a moment of inspiration from another person, and we use metaphors like struck by lightning, because it changes everything and it illuminates everything. I had never before been offered the opportunity to sculpt such a thing, and I have to thank Fitchburg for that. Inspiration is something we find in the inspiring person. We find some part of ourselves that we can suddenly begin to use. Look at the pose of the boy. It's not that his problems are all solved because a champion driver has given him a model car, but he is beginning to look up. And that's what we have to do to be inspired on a dark day. So thank you, Paula and Burgie, for letting me study all those photos of Ron, although, as you can see, I didn't actually copy any one photo. And thank you, Jim, for arranging for your son, David, and grandson, Trevor, to come to my studio and pose for me, although the boy is not a portrait of your grandson. Rather, these were important parts of my inspiration as I thought about what makes me begin to look up on a dark day. I want to thank another father and son team who worked on these sculptures, my assistant Patrick Piggott and his son Rowan, who built a model of Ron's car 47 and sculpted it with beautiful precision. And I thank other local family businesses, Joe Livergood and Cross Stone in Lunenburg, and Dan Kendall and Sincere Metalworks in Amesbury, and my husband and project manager, Michael, and our son, Dan, who is always an inspiration. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fitchburg Mayor Sam Squalia.
Thank you, Jim. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here at Coolidge Park for the unveiling of Inspire, the Ron Bouchard Memorial. Today, we accept a gift to the city of Fitchburg that honors a hometown legend, celebrates the power of encouragement, and gives future generations a place to sit, read, reflect, and dream. On behalf of the city of Fitchburg, I am proud to formally accept this sculpture and Storywalk into our Coolidge Park. With immense gratitude to Paula Bouchard and the RB Racing Charity, to Jim DeRozier and his wife Claudia, Parks and Recreation Director James Bunnell, Parks Commission Chair Jim McGrath, the Parks Commission, the City Council, and artist Meredith Bergman and her family. This project began with a story. It began with a young Fitchburg kid, Jim, who was facing tough odds and looking for some signs of life that could lead somewhere different. Then he saw Ron Bouchard win, and something shifted. Jim went home believing that a bigger future was possible. And years later, Jim turned that moment into his children's book, From Impossible, so that he could pass that spark on to others. And now that story has come full circle back here to Fitchburg. Ron Bouchard's story is one that Fitchburg is proud to claim. He was a Fitchburg native, a racer, a champion, and someone who carried his hometown with him. This memorial is about what happens when one person's success gives another person permission to believe in themselves. That is what this sculpture captures. Inspire shows a young Ron seated next to a young Jim, sharing an encouraging moment, a conversation, a small moment between an adult and child, a moment that can change the course of one's life. I had the opportunity to meet sculptor Meredith Bergman at her residence and studio in Acton while this work was taking shape in clay. We saw the process up close, the small model, the mid-sized model, and then the life-size clay sculpture at roughly 5 feet tall. We could see the tool marks. We could see the care in the posture, the scale, the placement, the expression. Meredith walked us through how public art moves from research to sketches to maquette to full clay to foundry to bronze. And here it is, cast in bronze, sat on a curved granite bench that doubles as a racetrack, built for the public, placed where families, students, coaches, neighbors, and visitors can gather. This was designed as a sculpture that you can approach. You can sit beside it. You can take a photo. You can read a story, talk with a child about who they may want to become in the future. The Storywalk begins and ends here at the bench. Families can follow From Impossible around the walking loop, page by page, and read along panels and prompts that invite conversation. Today, Coolidge Park gains a new destination within our park, one that connects movement, literacy, history, and hope. I also want to recognize how this gift came to the city. The Parks Commission reviewed and approved the concept and the design and the placement unanimously. The City Council accepted this gift unanimously. The project was funded by the RB Racing Charity, our generous donors, and Paula Bouchard, with no cost to our taxpayers. This is an extraordinary act of generosity. Public art belongs to the people. This piece belongs here because it carries a Fitchburg story, honors a Fitchburg son, and invites Fitchburg children to see themselves in the next chapter. Coolidge Park has always been a place where our community gathers. People come here to do all kinds of activities, the most busiest park within the city of Fitchburg. Now they will be able to come here and meet Ron and Jim, to read from Impossible, and be reminded that big dreams often start in ordinary places. Sometimes in a garage, sometimes on a park bench, and sometimes with the right person offering the right encouragement, the impossible can get the green flag. Thank you, Paula Bouchard and RB Racing Charity, for helping Fitchburg to honor Ron Bouchard in a way that is generous, approachable, and built for generations. To Jim DeRogier, thank you for turning your own moment of inspiration into a gift for others. You did more than tell your story, you built it in a way for families to help share it. And to Meredith Bergman, thank you for bringing such care, skill, and humanity to your work. You've created a piece that is strong, welcoming, and alive. Director Bunnell, James McGrath, the Parks Commission, and our City Council, and everyone who helped guide this project through the public process, thank you for recognizing the value of adding art, literacy, and inspiration to our parks. Today, the City of Fitchburg proudly accepts Inspire, the Ron Bouchard Memorial, as part of Coolidge Park and as part of our shared story. May it remind us that a single moment of encouragement can travel farther than we've ever imagined. Thank you. Now, Parks Chair Jim McGrath will share some certificates of congratulations and thanks from the City of Fitchburg. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Could I have Paula and family members come up? Members of the Bouchard family, this is a certificate of appreciation presented to you for your generous donation of the Ron Bouchard Memorial Statue and Storywalk. Thank you for your dedication and support for the parks from the City of Fitchburg. Meredith, the following certificate is presented to you for your design creation of the Ron Bouchard Memorial Statue. Thank you for your dedication and support for parks in the City of Fitchburg. Bergie, the following certificate is for the RB Racing Charity for your generous donation that the charity of the Ron Bouchard for the memorial statue and the Storywalk. All the money that was raised pretty much came from the charity. We thank you for your dedication and support for the parks in the City of Fitchburg. Thank you. And lastly, Jim. Jim, for your dedication, coordination, and passion for the creation of the Ron Bouchard Memorial Statue and Storywalk. Thank you for your dedication and support for parks in the City of Fitchburg, and I'm glad to see it finally done.
We did it.
We did it.
We're going to allow everyone to do photos afterwards. I sort of have the hard part here in making sure, which isn't possible, that well, I shouldn't say that based on the book. I hope I don't forget anyone that was critically important in this entire endeavor, and I'm going to ask you for your patience because they all deserve to be acknowledged. The ones who were mentioned as well as others, Paula and the Bouchard family, thanks for inviting me into your family and allowing me to do this and be connected to such a great man and such a great family. Thank you very much. Fitchburg officials, I never worked with a city and had something go through so unanimously, so quickly, with so many people on board. And I can't thank enough the mayor and her team, the City Council, James Burnell, Director of Parks and Rec. This would not have been done without you. He was here yesterday because somebody broke a hose and flooded the entire area, and he had to come down here even last night to make sure that everything looked perfect here at the park. Commissioner Jim McGrath and your team, thank you so much. The team, by the way, parks, look at all the parks and places that they have for open spaces in Fitchburg, and they truly dedicated themselves to making this work and doing a great job. In the middle of the pouring rain, we went to Rollstone Quarry. Anyone here remember Rollstone Quarry? That's the granite. That granite is from Rollstone Quarry, so it's fitting, and it had to come from Fitchburg, right, to be a part of this story. Well, the people over at Crossstone, Joe Livergood and Shannon Smith and her team, they had to hand carve the granite to make it a curve to resemble coming out of turn 4 to the child's finish line over here on the right-hand side. So thank you very much for that unbelievable hand-carved work. Didn't charge us for it either. Burgie, do you want to make a speech? No. Anybody that knows Burgie knows that he will not make a speech. But he was amazingly instrumental in all of this. Putting down the sidewalk with John Levesque. John, thank you very much. Appreciate your help as well. Put down the pad, grassed and loamed everything on the other side, made sure that wheelchairs were accessible and that nobody would fall off the back of the statue as well. Burgie, can't thank you enough for the level of detail and amount of work that you put into this. Of course, Meredith, the artist, also from Massachusetts. We tried everything we could do to make it all local, and Meredith is right here from Acton, a true gift. She has works of art in Boston, New York City. She's just one of the best. And thank you for putting up with me, someone that's never done this before. And Leominster Monument engraved the checkered flag at no cost. And I also want to thank the RB Racing Museum and its board of directors who put in all the time and work to put on all the events that the RB Racing charity does. 100% of the proceeds go directly to organizations helping people dealing with cancer, and also to positive youth organizations and positive activities like this one in the community. So thank you to all the fellow board members and advisors and committee members. We couldn't have done this without you. Bree and Tony did all the marketing and all the printing of all of the pages on the Storywalk. Wassauthor Designs did it for free. He charged us for some things, but he only charged us for what he got charged for, so like the cost of the podiums and things like that. Everything else he donated. Everybody was so excited about this project and wanting to be involved because of Ronnie and who Ronnie was, a true testament to him. And then last but not least, I want to thank all of you guys, every person here that has supported the RB Racing charity. We could not have done it without you. These are your funds that did this. If you directly sponsored the Storywalk project, you'll be permanently recognized at the RB Racing Museum, which is right at the dealership on Lunenburg Street. If you've never seen it, you gotta go. It's open to the public. It has a lot of Ronnie's old race cars. It's a true great place to visit. And then all the people that attended every golf tournament, every comedy show, every car show, everything that we've ever done over the last decade, 100% of the proceeds have gone to efforts like this one that you see today. So remember, the statue, Mayor, I appreciate your kind words, but that's not Jimmy. That's every kid for future generations that needs inspiration and hope. And yes, we memorialized Ronnie, but that is also you. That adult is you. You all have the power to inspire young people. So I welcome you to take that challenge on. We are all Ronnie. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming today. That does conclude the events. If anyone wants to come up and take some pictures and enjoy the RB Racing Museum, enjoy the rest of your day.
Get everybody right behind the statue. All the people on the statue.
All right, all the Bouchard city officials, anyone involved in the creation of the statue, come on down.